There is something new and exciting that is going on at Heathcote Uniting Church. Rather than grieving the loss of face-to-face gatherings during social isolation for the coronavirus pandemic, congregational members John and Bron have discovered a new way of gathering that really excites them. However, this story began a little earlier.
When was it? 2018. We decided to join the photography group because you had an interest in photography and a new camera. So we wanted to know how to use it. And so that was only a small group of about half a dozen people, but we made contacts there. And then late in 2018, there was an advertisement on our local town crier, which is a Facebook page, asking for musicians to go to the brewery and sort of form a band there. And John just said he was interested. So we went down and we asked the guy what it was about, and he was very keen. And so we joined a little band which had about 5 or 6 people in it and played some Christmas music just before Christmas. And then that band continued for a while, and then it's formed into a big rock band with about 12 people when they're all there. And they've done some gigs down at the brewery which have been pretty good. And that's given us contact with other people that we wouldn't normally have contact with. And we also joined a poetry night by accident at the same brewery, and that's been a really interesting thing, because with poetry you can say whatever you like and people can't tell you you're wrong. So I felt it's been able to give some Christian input in that way, and we've made new friends, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been initially we really felt almost like we were doing the wrong thing. We were out of our comfort zone, and we were out of the church building. We were actually getting out into the community, and we were church people. And but it's been so amazing. We've made such a great new group of friends that we're interacting with in all sorts of different ways outside of the church building.
These new relationships and connections in the community led to new discoveries that Bron and John couldn't have possibly imagined.
I started to learn ukulele at the end of last year, and we used to meet once a week in the community house to play together, and we loved it. And when COVID-19 came in, the community house had to close, and our leader went on Facebook Live, and we were able to play along on Facebook Live. And we'd never heard of Facebook Live before, but when this happened, we thought, well, if the church is closed, why can't we do the same thing? And so we decided on the last Sunday in March that we'd have a little worship service in our own home, and we put it on Facebook Live. And so that was the beginning. We now come down to the church. We first came because of the internet was much better down here, but now we feel that it's really nice to be in the church building as we're doing the worship services. So
yeah, it's been a journey. It's been a bit challenging with the technology. I like technology, but I don't know much about it, but I'm willing to have a go. And we soon found that we could do all sorts of things that we hadn't experienced before, and it was good. It was great. Yeah.
The good things about the Facebook Live is that people can type things in on the screen, and so there is that interaction, and they can have prayer requests, and so you get some sort of sense of people being there and worshipping together.
Yes.
So
we welcome them by name each week. They put in who's watching. We can see who's watching. We welcome them by name. We ask them to put in some prayer points, and I can read those, and we actually pray those prayers during the service.
If this couple could conduct worship from church over Facebook Live, what else could be possible from their beautiful property just outside of Heathcote?
We started with our worship service when the church was closed down, and we felt that we wanted to worship together still. So we had a little worship service in our house here and put it on Facebook Live. But being pre-Easter, I had some pre-Easter studies or reflections, and I felt, why don't we just use the Facebook Live so that people can join in these reflections every day? They're only short. So we did that for 2 weeks, and I suppose we had about 8 to 10 people. But over time, we've kept up the reflections on a whole lot of different things, and it's grown to over 40 people who are listening in, and each day it's somewhere between 30 and 40 will listen into these. And we just feel it's been a wonderful way of reaching out to people, and obviously people have an interest perhaps who don't want to be part of the church, but they still want to hear about the things of God. So I
think one of the interesting statistics is we've been doing it for 9 weeks, the daily reflections. We put them out 6 days a week, and in those 9 weeks we've had over 2,000 views of those videos from people not just from this community but further around Victoria and even up into New South Wales, who are people we know who want to be part of the group. And that's been quite exciting to see them joining together, if you like, in our worship even on Sunday, but the daily reflections as well. Okay, it's 30 or 40 people, but when you think of 2,000 views in 8 or 10 weeks, that's fairly amazing for a small group. It certainly opened our eyes to the possibilities of being church outside a building and being church online. We still interact with each other, and it's really quite exciting. It's going to be a bit challenging when the restrictions are lifted of how we go back to being church.
Yeah.
It's been a steep learning curve. So well done to John and Bron, who have utilised the technology they have access to and provided discipleship content on platforms that people they connect with are able to easily access. John and Bron, thanks for showing us that experience is irrelevant when people have the will to learn, to implement and to adapt so that they learn new things.